Sister scandal. The drama between James Charles, Tati Westbrook, and Jeffree Star has finally simmered down, but we're not done talking about it. This wasn't James's first rodeo in the world of headline-making drama. The beauty vlogger has started fires across the internet for a variety of things, so we're breaking down all of his scandals right now. Stay tuned. Hi sisters, I'm Devin Howard, and that James Charles news had me shook, so I figured we should get into exactly what caused him to get to that point. Before we dive into a timeline of his troubles, subscribe to Hollyscoop for all the entertainment news you crave. Alright, so first things first. James Charles has made a name for himself over the years for being an expert makeup artist. He posts makeup tutorials, and each look he showcases is flawless. But he didn't rise to the top because of pure skill. Don't get me wrong, he's really talented, but he actually fooled a bunch of people into making his yearbook photo go viral. Here's what happened. The social media guru posted this photo of himself claiming it was his high school yearbook photo. When he shared the picture, he said he brought a ring light with him to retake his yearbook pictures, and then ended the tweet saying he said he loves being extra. I mean, yeah, we all love being a little extra, but this whole yearbook thing was extra. Since yearbook photos are notoriously bad, his headshot went viral. He looked like a queen. It even landed him a spot on Ellen.
I emailed the photography studio being like, was there be any chance of me being able to retake them? And they actually said yes.
But later, it was exposed that he actually emailed the photography company and edited his pictures using Photoshop on his own to make them look better than they actually were. In the grand scheme of things, this was a pretty minor slip-up, but it wasn't great that he fooled everyone. It also wasn't severely harmful. His photoshopped picture skyrocketed him to mainstream media fame, landing him a history-making place as the first male spokesmodel for CoverGirl. Things seemed to be going well for James until 2017 when he made another big blunder on Twitter. On a school trip to Africa, he tweeted, "I can't believe we're going to Africa today. Oh my gosh, what if we get Ebola?" Obviously not a smart tweet to post. It's insensitive and wildly ill-informed, but for a while he refused to take responsibility for it. In fact, he was blocking anyone who called him out for his tweet, but it's kinda hard to keep up with all that blocking when the negative tweets are rolling in at alarming speeds. So James finally did apologize for his tweet, but people said it seemed insincere. He wrote, "I am extremely sorry. Regardless of my intentions, words have consequences. I take full responsibility and will learn to do better." But that wasn't the end of it. That half-assed apology seemed like a quick attempt to not lose that CoverGirl deal. So he came back again and tried to explain the meaning behind his tweet, and then posted a lengthy apology that, you guessed it, drew even more criticism after he referred to Africa as a country. He said, "Okay, I'm not going to post a bull apology. I am extremely sorry for my tweet and feel like for saying it. I am traveling to Africa today with a few friends for a school trip. Ironically enough, it's an educational trip because we all know very little about the country but are eager to learn." He continued on saying he recognizes his privilege as a white cis male and he understands why his tweets were offensive and ignorant, and that was that. CoverGirl came out and said that James's tweets don't reflect their beliefs and that they appreciate his apology. So shockingly enough, James's ill-thought-out posts didn't cost him his sponsorship deal. Moving right along down the James Charles Chronicles, we have that Ariana Grande fiasco. James called out the singer because she unfollowed him after her fans dragged her for supporting him after the Ebola incident. She later admitted to unfollowing James because she didn't want to upset her fans, which caused James to name her as the rudest celebrity he's ever met. I get being a little butthurt when someone hits the unfollow button, but to publicly shade them over it is a little much. He tends to get into trouble with mega celebrities. Cue the Shawn Mendes situation. James sparked controversy after fans saw comments he was posting during Shawn Mendes' live stream. Shawn was showing off his juggling skills because, well, I mean, I don't really know why, he just was. And James chimed in writing, "Can you juggle me like that?" Shortly afterwards, Shawn abruptly ended his live stream and fans speculated that it was because of James's comments. He was met with a ton of backlash, so he responded on Twitter. He wrote, "My comments on Friends and Boys content have always been lighthearted and in a joking manner. I've been supporting Shawn Mendes since Vine and am a fan like anyone else and would never want to make anyone uncomfortable. I'm upset, embarrassed, and sorry if he felt sexually harassed." Lucky for James, in this situation, the fire went out fairly quickly. Shawn DM'd James and said, "Sorry about all this. I've never said I don't like you or that you make me uncomfortable. Your comments actually make me laugh and I love them. Hope you're all good." Aw, well, that's sweet of Shawn. His message seemed to pretty quickly simmer down the drama. But James came back again this past April for making comments about trans males that some people felt were offensive. In a video titled "The Truth My Crush Does My Makeup," James opened up about his sexuality with his friend Jeff. He revealed that he doesn't identify as completely gay, and here's why.
So you're not even full gay?
I mean, no, there have been girls in the past that I've like thought were really, really beautiful. There's also been like trans guys in the past too that I was like really, really into for a moment in time.
The problem here is that James disregards trans men as men and instead sort of lumps them into this female category that he claims he was like really, really into for a moment. So James, per usual, took to his Twitter to explain, writing, "In an attempt to explain the very complex concept of sexuality and mine, in my video today, I unintentionally implied that my trans brothers and sisters aren't valid. This is not what I was trying to say. You are valid in your identity. I apologize and should have chosen my words wiser." I mean, I gotta say, it was a pretty weird mistake for him to make. Later that month, the beauty guru was called out for selling tickets with exorbitant price tags for his US tour. Fans were so excited to meet their YouTube idol in person, but when they learned they'd have to pay $50 to $500 for that opportunity, they were crushed. James's fan base is primarily young teens who likely don't have the savings to fork over $500 for a meet and greet. James responded to the criticism saying, "I am sorry that we disappointed many of you. We have worked very hard to put this tour together and want it to be accessible for everyone and an amazing experience no matter the ticket." Well, James isn't the first person to be called out for overcharging fans, but it still doesn't make him out to be the greatest person either. People were also up in arms that some of James's venues prohibited phones from being used and required that even infants have tickets. There was just a lot happening with that tour that didn't sit well with his supporters. In more recent news, James attended the Met Gala. It's an honor to receive an invite to the high-profile affair, even when you're a mainstream celebrity. The YouTuber posted this picture of himself from the event with the caption, "My first Met Gala. Being invited to such an important event like the ball is such an honor and a step forward in the right direction for influencer representation in the media." I mean, what really was he thinking with this caption? Naturally, it inspired a ton of hate from people online who called him out for comparing influencers with marginalized groups of people who literally fight for representation in any and every field, especially mainstream media. James addressed the negativity, but instead of apologizing or even attempting to explain what he meant by that caption, he brushed over the people who shaded him and said, "Nothing is going to take away from my amazing time that I had." Here's what I can gather thus far. James needs someone who reviews his social media posts before they go live, because so far in his short career, he's posted and tweeted things that are just plain dumb. I don't think he's a bad guy, he just needs a little social media help. But now this brings us to the present day. We're dissecting the war between James Charles and Tati Westbrook. Here's how it all started. Tati, like James, is a beauty influencer and also the owner of a beauty supplement company. Over the years, she and James formed a friendship, which all came crashing down in a series of emotional YouTube videos and Twitter posts. It all started on April 22nd when James was at Coachella. He posted a short Instagram story for Sugar Bear Hair, the same chewable vitamins promoted by Kylie Jenner and Kim Kardashian, and they just so happened to be direct competition for Tati's beauty supplements.
I also want to give a quick shout out to Sugar Bear Hair. I met their team weekend one at Coachella and they really helped me and my friends out with sister security because it was crazy. You guys probably already know about their iconic hair vitamins, but they just came out with brand new vegan sleep vitamins.
After that video was posted, Tati posted a tearful Instagram story.
When you do so much for people in your life and they not only don't return the favor, but they just don't even see you. Like, I get it.
It didn't take long for her followers to realize she was talking about James and his promotion of Sugar Bear Hair. So he publicly responded back and said that he was sorry. He wrote, "I want to publicly apologize to my close friend Tati. She has been like a mother to me since my first days in this industry and has given me more love, support, resources, and advice than I could ever ask for." He continued on explaining his decision to promote Sugar Bear Hair. Apparently, while he was at Coachella, he was being mobbed by fans and felt unsafe. Sugar Bear Hair offered him an artist's pass, which is much more exclusive, if he promoted the brand's new sleep gummies. This storyline was later supposedly corroborated by Nikita Dragun, who posted some sus screenshots of text messages. Take a look. She tweeted out, "Heard a situation needed some clarification. My friend was in an emergency and texted me in the moment. I connected him with Sugar Bear, nothing shady." Keep in mind, Nikita stepped in to clarify the situation after James's social profile started plummeting into oblivion. At this point, he had lost millions millions of followers. She then posted screenshots with the timestamps. So at 7:19 p.m., James texted Nikita and said he was being attacked in Coachella's VIP section and wondered if he could get in touch with Sugar Bear Hair and agreed to promote them if they gave him one of their artist passes. Within the same minute, she responded, texted her Sugar Bear contacts and exchanged pleasantries, and then asked if they could give James an artist pass. They respond immediately and agree. She writes back to James and says they agreed, and the issue was sorted out by 7:21 p.m. Literally 2 minutes. If you've ever been to Coachella, you know that cell service there is dreadful. The chance that all of these people happen to be on their phones with spectacular service to send and receive this many texts is highly unlikely. Not only that, James's followers said they noticed he was wearing an artist's wristband in his stories from weekend 1 of Coachella, which is also when he says he met Sugar Bear Hair in his Instagram story promo for them, but Nikita's texts are from April 20th, which means it was during the second weekend of Coachella, but James clarifies this later on. But more than that, these supposed text message receipts prove that James was willing to go directly to Tati's competitor if it ended up benefiting him in the long run. Whether you've been Team James or Team Tati, you have to admit, it's pretty shady, and it left Tati really hurt, so she posted that explosive tell-all YouTube video titled Bye Sister. She explained that she never planned on addressing her former friendship with James publicly, but when Gabriel Zamora accused her of using James, she felt like she had to. Tati and her husband took James under their wing and helped him become the beauty influencer he is today, which is what she says makes his betrayal even more hurtful. But this is so much more than vitamins. Tati claimed James had a history of manipulating straight men into situations they weren't comfortable with.
You are using your fame, your power, your money to play with people's emotions. You're threatening to ruin them. You're threatening to embarrass them. And you're doing that to have them behave sexually in your favor.
Tati touched on several instances where James displayed what she feels was predatory behavior towards other men, like Gage Gomez at Coachella, which inspired other people and even celebrities to step forward and open up about their own uncomfortable interactions with the makeup guru. Since then, there have been numerous YouTube videos and tweets published regarding James and his inappropriate behavior. Well, James then put up his own video in response to the drama.
I hurt 2 very, very important people. And they've been really, really loyal to me, and I betrayed that. And it sucks, and I wish more than anything that they could take it back.
He also acknowledged his inappropriate behavior towards guys, saying he's still learning how to interact with boys. Tati claims she called him out on his actions before, and James never seemed to learn or care. As you would expect, reactions to his video were largely negative. James lost a bunch of followers, 3 million to be exact. The drama isn't done yet, though. Jeffree Star ended up calling out his beauty YouTube competitor in a now deleted tweet that claims everything Tati said is 100% true. He said, "There is a reason Nathan banned James Charles from ever coming over to our home again. There's a reason why I haven't seen him since Tati's birthday in February. He is a danger to society." He also got into it with James's brother. Ian tweeted out asking, "Why does everyone act so tough over the internet?" And Jeffree responded saying, "Why is your brother a predator? Why'd you really move back to New York City? Exactly, shut the f up." Jeffree was going at it. Shane Dawson showed his support for Tati by promoting her beauty line, but he also seemed to feel sympathetic towards James. He wrote, "Even though I believe some people need to be humbled, I also could never enjoy watching someone go through something like this. As someone who has dealt with his own fair share of bad press, Shane likely empathizes with James, but that doesn't mean he won't show love to Tati." The chaos was put to rest though, at least for now. James Charles posted his own video days after Tati and Jeffree started that fire and addressed all of the rumors about him. He started off by clarifying the Sugar Bear Hair timeline. He was at Coachella weekend 1 with an artist pass, not a VIP one, because he got set up with it through another brand. Sugar Bear Hair came in and helped him out weekend 2. He also dove into the Sam the Waiter chaos, saying that Sam was always upfront about being bi, not straight, so Tati's claims that he manipulates straight guys into sexual situations isn't valid.
A few minutes into the conversation, I asked him about his sexuality, and he told me straight up that he was bisexual.
Oh my god, you tried to trick a straight man into thinking he's gay.
He also revealed that he's a 19-year-old virgin and has never been in a sexual situation. James also shows some pretty aggressive screenshots from Jeffree Star and said that he, Jeffree, and Tati are now working on setting up a private meeting to hash all of this out. After that was published, Jeffree posted his own video pretty much backpedaling on everything he revealed. He also said he was done outing James Charles and sticking his nose into that drama.
Today, I know what people want. They want me to sit here and degrade James. They want me to open up my phone and expose it all. Today, I will not be posting voice memos. I will not be posting text messages. I will not be exposing anything more. This has to stop.
A lot of fans are confused as to why Jeffree started to suddenly try and remove himself from the situation. The theory right now is that if Jeffree were to further expose James, he'd have to expose himself and tons of other YouTubers who want nothing to do with all of this makeup guru drama. So instead of fueling the fire, he's sitting down and shutting his mouth. There was so much happening with the James Charles Tati Westbrook drama. Hopefully this timeline of all his sister scandals clears up how he ended up in this place. What do you think about all of this craziness? Does James deserve the hate? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to Hollyscoop, tap the bell for notifications, and tune in daily for the tea you love to sip. I'm Devin Howard, and I'll see you next time.